Oh, there's my other marker. Oh, let's see. Oh boy. I should probably do a little bit of smoke before I start dressing this candle. I wonder if it'll light like that. Where's my lighter? Okay. Okay. Let me get some. Hey, hey, family. Hey, hey, family. What's up? How do I say your name? Grazyville? I might be messing it up, but how you doing, love? I got a feeling I'm messing up that handle. Rising, good rising, beautiful rising. Beautiful rising. Hey, T Money. Gatekeep 44. What's up, y'all? Y'all up early with me, with I am up with y'all. What a blessing. Oh, shit. That almost burnt me. Rising. True Beauty. What's good, fam? I'm just up early, y'all. I'm usually up around this time, but I was like, you know what? I just kind of want to start going live for the fam. Spend some time with you guys. Beautiful rising, Jeannie Mae. Morning, Lady Faye. I'm about to smudge a little bit, but I am dressing a candle. And I was like, let me go live. Rising. Clean out the atmosphere. I'm just up dressing a candle. Happy Friday, everybody. What y'all got going on? I know it's early. Y'all probably still relaxing and stuff. Are y'all up getting ready for work? I'm just dressing this candle to burn. I usually wait like a day or two after the full moon or new moon before I start actually doing my work because it be so energetically heavy on the days of. I'ma just um I'ma just write my little thing right there. I'ma just dress it. I usually carve into the candle, but I think I'ma just do my little thing. I'm just up vibing, y'all, fellowshipping with my spirit team, fellowshipping with you guys. I yesterday was a bit of a weird energy. I mean, it wasn't a bad energy, but it was just a little weird for me. So I just kind of relaxed and everything, but I want to get this started. I didn't think anybody in the family would be awake round about now. I'm like, these people ain't gonna be over here talking to me. You sitting under the moonlight, child, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When I woke up, I was like, I should go outside and just sit on my porch a little bit. But I was like, I don't feel like doing that. I need to get this candle done because my spirit team been talking to me about this for like a couple of days. I don't want to put too much of this cayenne on here because that should be like in the start sparking and stuff. Okay. Hey fam, y'all in here vibing with the girl. I love to see it, honey. But yeah, yesterday was kind of weird. Like I woke up, first off, I woke up late. I woke up like 9 o'clock. And I was just from the moment I woke up, it was just, I don't know, it was like an energy and I couldn't really get past it. So I stayed up for like 2 hours and then I laid back down and dozed off, received some downloads, some things that kind of helped shift my energy a little bit. And then when I woke up, I kind of sat on the side of the bed and I was like, this will be a good time for me to probably be very grateful of everything that I do have, right? Like it was this moment of introspection. And it wasn't like anything wrong was happening. It's like my spirit was longing for something and I couldn't really put my finger on what it was. And so I was going within and everything. And so it got to be to where it was like, okay, let me just kind of lay down and like fall asleep and get into a meditative state. And man, when I woke up, it was like 5 o'clock in the evening. And it blew me away when I realized it was that late because I was like, what the fuck? Where did the whole day go? I guess I needed that little nap. But spirit came through, gave me some answers, you know what I'm saying? And solar spirit talked to me and stuff like that. And I just kind of had to, I guess, like center myself, ground myself, you know what I mean? Ground myself in the energy. I don't know what it is where people want to wait till the moon cycles to start like doing shit. You know what I mean? They wait till the motherfucking moon cycle change and they want to try to block your blessings and shit, siphon your energy. I be dealing with that a lot and it be aggravating, which is another reason why I wait till like a day or two later before I start doing my work. Cause some people just don't want to see you win, man. But I'm finna do this return to sender real quick, like, and clear up all that little energy. I'm gonna move this over here. You felt the same yesterday, True Beauty? Like it was weird energy. But again, it wasn't like a bad energy. I guess it was just like I think I said this in a reading before. You know what I'm saying? And it never ceases to amaze me because the more I learn, the more I awaken to certain aspects of myself, and the more I learn. But it still never ceases to amaze me during the new moon. It's like the soul goes almost in a void. It's like if you have an intimate relationship with the soul of you, I don't know, it's an energy. And if you really tapped into it during the new moon, you recognize the emptiness. And I won't say it's like the soul's not there or whatever, but it's just a void. It's a coldness, a stillness. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when the new moon comes back around, she come back with all this information and stuff, and then I have to now adjust to what it is that she's revealing that I didn't see and can't see without her. So it's just this, it was just an adjustment yesterday, and I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It was an adjustment. I had to see some things that she was revealing to me. So yesterday was a little bit off. I didn't put up any videos yesterday. I did some personal reads, but yesterday was kind of the way you put that makes sense. I was trying to figure out what it was. Yeah. And it took me forever to figure it out though. Cause early on when I first awakened to the soul and was trying to understand the intricacies of it all, and it's highly complex, and it's like it took me a minute. Cause I don't know how y'all feel about y'all spirit team and y'all soul and spirit, but like my soul, I am my soul's mate. You understand what I'm saying? Like she is my mate. And not in a weird way, but in a way in which it's supposed to actually be. So it's like when she kind of goes still, thank you, spirit. That's the best way to describe that. Still. It's a stillness, you know? I don't know. Me being me, it just be like, where shit? Where are you? What's going on? Why do I feel so void? You know what I'm saying? It took me a little while. It took me a little while to get used to it. I mean, I would be having whole nervous breakdowns because I don't be trying to do nothing to mess my spirit team up. I don't be trying to do nothing, you know what I mean? Like I be making sure they understand, I'm a human being. I'm in the human body. I have limitations. Be patient with me because I ain't trying to, jank nothing up with them. You know what I'm saying? So when I get that stillness, I be like, "Ooh, what I done? Or what did I not do? Or what did I do?" Back in the day, that's how it was, but I kind of got it now. Like, it's not that you've done anything, and then coming off of that good Christianity, you know what I'm saying? Coming off that good Christianity to have you thinking you 1 second from hot coals and brimstones. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you do feel loose, kind of like you're unwound, like you're scattered a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where are you, right? LOL. Exactly. I'd be like, what's happening? It's quiet a bit, but stillness. Yeah. And it's not an odd stillness. And I think, like I said, like coming off of systems like Christianity, I was taking that as like I've done something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've done something that's got them looking at me like wagging their finger, And I know and if I did, I don't even know what it is because I don't be doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I just be doing my little manifestation work, honey. I be doing my protection spells. I be going through my evolutionary journey and growth, observing shit. That is the most I really do. You understand what I'm saying? So it ain't like I'm out here doing graveyard spells on folks and shit. And I don't get into all that weird stuff. You know what I mean? But it just was this like, okay, what did I do? But she had to kind of help me unlearn condemnation or fear. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from a fear based system, It's this strong sense of like God gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? For the slightest shit. You can't even look at nobody and be like, "Ooh, they cute. I want them," without that God ready to throw you into into the flames. You know what I'm saying? Can't lust for nobody. Can't want nothing. Can't what I mean? Like can't do nothing over there. So I think I was still kind of living my life according to that, but she kind of had to help teach me like during the new moon, it's going to go still, right? And then during the full moon is I'm going to bring back as I illuminate myself, you're going to slow what it is you're not seeing, right? Because that's the soul's job. That's why it's so important to awaken her because she goes in to see what it is you're not seeing that's blocking you, that's holding you up, that's delaying you, traumas and karma and patterns that you don't see. She reveals that. And so as I started understanding it, it got a little bit better. It has gotten better. It has, because I be distraught. You understand me? I be distraught. Like, where is you at, girl? What's going on? You playing with my feelings right now. You playing with my feelings. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. But yesterday was one of those days, I think, because of course, was yes, no, the day before. So that was yesterday that I was feeling odd, but then the full moon was the day before. So it took me a minute to kind of say, wait a minute, pause. Don't even go, don't even start spiraling. Don't even do it. Just what is she trying to show you? Right. And then it got better. After my moment of like being grateful. So I just kind of closed my eyes, sat on the side of the bed, and was like, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the transition. I'm grateful for, and I was naming little shit like I'm grateful for having socks. You know, I'm grateful for socks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just reaching at this point. Like I'm grateful I got coffee to drink. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. Grateful I got a car to drive, right? Like I'm grateful that I have joy because I can remember when I didn't have it. I can remember when I didn't have joy, but I was reaching. I was naming it. I'm like, I'm grateful to have a bed to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful to have feet. I'm grateful that my kids are doing well. I'm grateful that my bills are paid and I got money in the bank and I'm not slaving for it. And as I started kind of being more grateful, that energy just kind of lifted. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel so still. I started to kind of like, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So yeah, it's a process. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, but I was reaching for everything. I'm grateful for lip gloss. I'm grateful, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful, bruh. I don't want no problems and no issues. You know what I mean? I'm finna I'm doing this return to sender. I don't feel like I have anything really going on, but um to where I need to do that. But I'm gonna do it anyway because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm whoever and whatever. If you got your hands in the cookie jar doing some janky shit, that shit is on its way back. Okay. It's on its way back because it can't stay around here. It belongs to me. I'm gonna write this petition. Oh, y'all, have y'all spirit team ever talked to y'all about the power of writing in cursive when you do your petitions? For those of you who are my spiritual girlies, the power of writing in cursive instead of like print. You know what I'm saying? When now I don't understand the whole mechanism of it all, but I'm gonna tell you this: when I write in cursive, the petition is much more powerful. It's like it comes like that. It's much more powerful. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know. But that might be something one might want to try. Try writing in cursive when you're doing your petitions. I mean, just to see. May not work for you like it works for me, but uh-huh. She said, "Yeah, I recently gotten that download, and I have since high school. Yeah, and I actually had to dig into the crates and pull out the cursive handwriting because I had long stopped writing in cursive. I think the only time I was writing in cursive when I was like signing my name or something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, no. But I wrote a love letter recently that I was led to do. Yeah, we gotta look into it. When y'all figure out, I'm gonna come back on. 'Cause I don't really know what it is about it, but when I would do my petitions in print, I would have good results. But then I got to download like writing cursive, so I had to pull that shit out the crate. That shit was looking like chicken scratch when I first started it because I had damn almost forgotten how to do it. Isn't that like the? What do you mean? Really? Yeah, I had stopped writing in cursive. I had stopped writing in cursive. So I had to dust it off. That it was looking janky for a minute. I was like, what does that even say? What does that even say? Whatever. I know what to say. They know what to say. Um, and after I clear this energy, then I'm gonna do a manifestation. What's up, y'all? Gratitude. Thank you for the super. Like back in the day when everything was in cursive, that's what I saw when you said that the power of the way it's written. Yeah, I don't, it feels like it has something to do with like the fact that each word, there's no space in between the letters. It's almost like, I don't know, it has something to do with the fact that all of the writing itself is all connected until you're ready to write a new word, right? So when we write in print, there's all these spaces in between each letter. And I'm still not really fully understanding what that means from the spiritual perspective, but it seems to have something to do with the actual this. You know what I mean? Like there's no there's no break in what you're writing. It doesn't break the energy. And I still don't get it in its fullness, but I will say that it does work. It does work. What else? Oh, I'm about to send this shit right on back. I really am, because I don't know who you're playing with, but I am not the one for this. I will not have any of these negative things you are trying to do to me. I will not have any of that. None of it. It is all yours. I am sending it all back. It is yours. I do not want any of it. No, no. I do not want any of it. You can have it. It belongs to you. It is yours. You sent it. You keep it. Yes. Hmm. Let me just give a little disclaimer. I got a couple of different voices that I channel when I go into certain energies, and so I pull out that one right there every now and then. So just don't be surprised, don't be shocked, don't be taken aback. It's just me. It's just me being a goofball. All right. Let me put this Christian witchery down here, because you know they like to act like they don't do no spell work. But I know better. Let me put this kitchen Christian witchery. Make sure I get them in there. All that shit go back. Shit all in the middle of the darkness and stuff, sitting in their bed and stuff, fondling their genitals, chanting your name and shit. Anybody with all that? That has to go back. I don't want any of that. None of it. I don't want none of that. Mm. Exactly. It help you get it out easier. Man, I be riding this house and my kids be looking at me like, "You okay?" I am good. I am fine. I am perfect. Nothing is wrong. All is well. And they just walk off shaking their head like this girl here. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my mama. There is nothing wrong with me, son. There is nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you. Somebody said, anyone can get the smoke. Pretty much. Pretty much. What happened to my music I was playing? Because it just got YouTube, they always want to force you to buy something. I don't want to buy it. Just play the music, goddamn. These right here, these flowers, yeah, they are purple. The purple little faux flowers I hung up there. Give it a little splash of color. You understand? Yes, darling. Yes. Yo, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Listen, and I know probably some other witch girlies and guys was out there doing their thing. Y'all remember when they had did that janky shit with the food stamps, right? With the government assistance. This was like what? Was this last year? I think it was. Now last year I was a food stamp recipient. I'm not now, but I was a food stamp recipient last year. And they did that janky shit with the boy, cut off the food stamps. Listen, I was like, wait a minute, homie. Homie, homie, this not what we gonna do. Now you been doing some funny shit around here, and I be peeping you, but now nah, we not gonna do that. So one of the first times that I started using the in cursive was during that period. Um, baby, I went on the internet and I found like a government decree, like when he be signing shit, when he be sitting up in the office, he be signing it, and he pass somebody the pen like the pen some motherfucking special and shit, like special. He pass him the pen or whatever, the presidential signature on the things when they doing proclamations and stuff. I wrote out a whole proclamation, like a government proclamation. Listen, I can't, it was the most dopest shit. I wrote out the whole, I went on the internet, I looked at the way they write it. I looked at what it said, right? And I wrote out a whole proclamation as to what's going to be, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what's going on, what's not going to be done on behalf of the people, right? Like this ain't gonna work. So I signed it, boom, 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 put my spiritual signature on that thing. And then I had this bonfire going, so I burned it. It was like 48 hours later that he lifted it. And I was like, thank you for being obedient because what you're not going to do is you're not going to condition the whole of the fucking country with this food stamp shit. We've been doing this shit for years. Everybody knows that if you have hard times, you can get some governmental assistance. And then you want to bring your ass in here and start rewriting and rearranging shit. You're that like nah, bruh. Okay, we give you a little rope. You act a monkey, but there's just some things you're not going to do. You're not going to have whole families out here starving. That's ridiculous. You don't just cut off a system like that. You got to phase that shit out. And we ain't nowhere near ready as a country, as a people, to not have assistance. And furthermore, you should be assisting people when they need it. So why are you coming for something like the government assistance, like the food stamps and stuff? Why are you even doing that? What about the elderly people who need it? What about the children who need it? What about people who are not so able-bodied to get up and go to work to be able to, like supplement that? You can't just cut that off like that. So boom, I got up. I was like, you know what? My spirit team told me I want you to write a decree. I want you to write a proclamation. I said, okay, bet. I got up, I went on the internet. I said, I want to see how they write it. What is all that shit he's signing? You know what I mean? Like, what is all that? So when I pulled it up, I'm like, oh, this is some major spell work here. This shit is some major spell work. So I followed behind it. I used it as a template and I rewrote a proclamation as to what is not going to be allowed in this country on behalf of the people who live here. That's not going to be allowed. It was like 2 days later. Everybody was kind of worried because I think we was going into like Thanksgiving and shit. And it was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it was like a whole thing. And I'm like, why would you do that right when we get ready to go into the holidays? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? It makes no sense. But it's all to promote fear. It's all to promote stress, negative energy, so they can harvest the negative energy. And I saw it and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. So let me just politely, my left ear is ringing. Let me just politely follow whatever the hell this is you done. The way y'all do it, the way y'all cast y'all spells, sitting up passing pens and shit, like the pen, is special or a monument or something. And let me just follow behind it. So I wrote that mug out. I had it buttoned up tight, right? And then I was like, okay, spirit, I'm writing this decree. And then I did my little incantation over it. I did my bonfire that I had going at the time. I burned the petition, all of that. It was like a day or so later, like way before anybody expected it to come to an end. It came to an end. And I was like, of course it did, because that's the power we have that they don't want us to know. That is the power we have. When ICE took their ass into North Carolina, I was like, no, no, ancestor land, not gonna be able to do it. You got to go, right? So then they got ran out of North Carolina, and then they thought they would take their crazy asses to New Orleans. And I was like, listen, I ain't even gonna say nothing about that because I already know them New Orleans, they're not having that. And then they got like, this is what I mean. You know what I mean? We don't have to like just sit and watch things play out. What's the purpose of being spiritual and learning the spiritual access that we have as divine beings if we're just going to lay down and roll over when people who make decisions in high places make decisions against us? That's not the way that works. Nah. You know what I mean? So it was like that's when I started using the incursive, you know, and it is it's powerful. Again, like I don't really know what the big deal is about it, but hey, Spirit Team said write it cursive. That's what your girl gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And they'll probably come back and finally let me know like the reason why you do in cursive. I mean, you could probably Google it because that's probably some old spell work type old shit, some old shit that you don't be knowing about unless your spirit team tell you. or you read it somewhere. But yeah, when he did that shit with them food stamps, I wasn't really as worried because I was getting ready to come off of them anyway. And the way I live my life, like, I don't live above my means to begin with. And I was like still learning how to kind of balance that out. And I was still unplugging from the system and so on and so forth. And the food stamps was like the last thing that had to go. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I wasn't ready for them to go. At that time, I'm gonna need my motherfucking food stamps. You know what I mean? Like, run me my stamps. Don't even play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. But it felt for me, it felt like a spiritual injustice. And I know everything pretty much coming out of that house is mostly spiritually unjust. But that one felt like that's you're doing too much. You're just doing too much, sir. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. Mm-mm. So I was very grateful to the ancestors, you know what I'm saying, to spirit, to the mother, you know, for pushing that petition through and getting that shit turned back on. And I was like, because there are people who need that, and you wouldn't even begin to fathom with your spoiled ass as to what it's like to need a bare necessity like access to food. You wouldn't even know what that's like, sir. You know what I'm saying? So, mm-mm. Mm-mm. And all that ripping and running around up and down the country, wrangling people up and throwing, you know what I'm saying? Now that shit got to stop too. It's like they're always trying to keep us in this fear factor. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that remember that show Fear Factor? That little contestant show, game show, whatever it was. It's like they want to keep that energy around us, on us, upon us, always having to think about, well, where's the next meal coming from? Or how am I going to make that bill meet with that bill? And what am I going to do with like, and it's like, nah, like sometimes they just go too far. And I feel like that was going too far. So I had to do my thing and get up in there and be like, no, not gonna happen. Give me my stamps. Who is that this time of morning? Yeah, man. When y'all see, you know, then we can't be afraid to intervene spiritually. We can't let them put that kind of fear in our heart to think that we don't have the power to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like the government's supposed to be for the people, and the people supposed to this is supposed to be a democracy and stuff like that. Oh, and then that breaks down what a democracy is. But I don't really want to go into that too much. A democracy. I hope ain't nobody sent nothing this way that wouldn't be, wouldn't be the right thing because it's about to fall back at your feet. Okay. And it's going to wrap around your ankles like grapevines. All right. And every step you take, it shall be yours because it doesn't belong to me. This is a good way to find out who against you too, because sometimes you don't know, but when you do stuff like this, it is then you get that phone call, you know, that somebody you would think is on your side is having a hard time. Sometimes that be spirit revealing to us where the enemy is. desire for me shall be their portion. You know how you can feel somebody energetically trying to like keep you from your destiny, your point of arrival. You can't really put it on where it's coming from. I guess at that it may not matter really where it's coming from, or maybe it does. But there's just been like I can feel it's not really interfering with anything. I'm still growing, still expanding, but I can feel someone wanting to like stop me from growing as fast as I have been. You know what I'm saying? Stop my channel from growing as fast as I have been. Stop my work from growing. You know, from me being able to help as many people as I can. Like I can feel that. I can feel the spying, the spirit monitoring, and I don't say much about it because it's not really a big deal. I mean, it comes with the territory, I guess is what I'm saying. When you really understand your spiritual rank, your authority, and what you're here to do, then when you pick up dense energy like that, it's kind of like, okay, it does come, it's still aggravating, but it comes with the territory. So I don't harp on it a lot. Um, and I just kind of observe it, see if my spirit team gonna handle it. Do I need to do anything? Do y'all got it? Or do I need to do something? Now lately they've been kind of like, don't worry about it, we got it. And they have had it because I've been straight. I'm good. I'm in good energy, beautiful spirits. But there's times where I can tell like it's like a scatterbrain energy where it's like I know what I'm trying to get to and I know what I'm working on, but someone's trying to attack my motivation. You know what I mean? My motivation. Aside from going through the new moon cycle, coming into the full moon, things being illuminated, things, you're going through an awakening with every, especially if you're a woman, you're going through an awakening with every moon cycle. Okay. It's like, oh my God. If you're going through it correctly with awareness, um but that energy is a little bit different. That feels more like I know I want to do it. My mind is wanting to do it, but my body doesn't want to get up and do it. And so I had been picking up like this lack of motivation that I hadn't been dealing with for a while, a long time. And so they had been talking to me when I pull cards, and just really look at the energies around me. It's like the black magic card kept coming out, and you know what I mean? Reverse high priestess kept coming out. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. And then the moon card. And it's like, okay, so somebody's trying to do moon magic again. Again. I don't know why they won't stop. Why you won't give up? Fuck. You've already lost. It's done. It's over. It's crap. There's a point when a person has gotten to a certain point in their awakening to where none of that is going to work. It's not going to work when you're dealing with a person who has integrated their shadows. My God. So then when they send it, it just feels like it just feels like the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I not okay? I feel a little lack of motivation, maybe a little sluggish. It feels a little sluggish. Let me go and take my spiritual bath. Did that a couple of days ago, got it up off me. But it's moon magic, so and we was in that full moon energy. So I'm like, okay, they're probably still doing it. And my spirit team was like, you need to do a candle. You need to do a candle. I was okay. So y'all want me to do a candle this time? Because last time y'all told me to worry about it. Y'all got it. Okay, I do the candle. You know what I mean? I love my spirit team. I know they be looking at me like I'm crazy too. I know they do. But yeah, like I was feeling like, okay, everything's good. And I guess that's why that moment of gratitude was so important because people do things and you can feel the energy trying to change your perception. You understand what I mean? And it's like, no, That's not going to work. So that moment of gratitude kind of recentered me in back in my own energy. And then with the spiritual bath, and now with this return to sender to clear any dense shadow energies that don't, it's not mine. You know, the beautiful part though is that when they do that in the period of of the full moon. So while you got that going on over here on the side, somebody trying to do some energy work on you, you also have what the soul is getting ready to illuminate to you. You also have the lesson that is getting ready to be learned. It could be connected. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could be connected. But it's like, while that's going on, I'm knowing that she's about to show me whatever it is she saw when she went into the shadows during the new moon, right? When she went into that shadow period, what did she observe? My job is to observe what she's trying to show me. So if it's connected, they're doing that, they're sending energy, but she's illuminating things to you. And I don't think people be understanding like that's what it means to be an alchemist. That's what it means. So, I mean, you're really only helping me, to be honest. You're helping me. While you're trying to use the moon to block me, to stop me, to put me in an unmotivated energy, that energy you're sending, and then my soul and spirit is getting ready to illuminate shadows, karma, trauma, whatever it is that I need to see. And I'm going to alchemize the energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I sometimes I be baffled because I just be like, I don't know if they really understand what it means to like integrate, like to be dealing with someone like me. I guess maybe this little shit, this little spell work, this little kitchen witchery or whatever it is must work on a lot of people. And that's cool. But what I'm saying is, how many seasons of failed spell work do these people have to experience? How many backfires? How many return to senders? How miserable can you get to be? Okay. Before you realize I should probably stop fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? I should probably fucking leave her alone. This is not working. Let me retreat. Let me wave the white flag. Okay. Let me just, I'm done. How it, and then when I'm pulling the cards and we're doing the collective reads, right? It's coming up in the reads because I'm a part of the collective. Some things apply, some things don't. You know what I'm saying? But I can see even with the collective where this same bullshit. Somebody's trying to get into the collective's energy. Some trying to hold the collective down. Somebody's going through major backfires. They're under judgment. They got karma going. So it's like, why is it not clicking? Like, I don't know. I guess some people just are glutton for punishment or they slow. I don't know which one it is. I think you do got a lot of slow witches and stuff out here. They be developmentally slow, you know. And I ain't picking at nobody. You know what I'm saying? They at least insanity is definitely insane. A lot of insanity going on around here in the spiritual community because or just in humanity, period. Because folks just be doing shit, hoping for the same results over and over and over and over, keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over, keep doing the same moon magic, the same sex spell, the same love spell, the sex magic. Sex magic, sex magic. That's what you think you about to bind me with? You about to bind me with sex magic? That's hilarious to me. That's hilarious to me. You about to bind me, a divine feminine, with sex magic. You about to come to me, lover me. You about to call me back into your shit with sex magic. I'm gonna alchemize that shit and keep it moving. Oh, I'm gonna alchemize that shit and keep it moving. And then they be looking at you like you the vampire, like you the one doing the energy harvest. And then they want to spin the narrative and make it seem like it's you the one, it's you the one doing the spell work, and it's you the one doing the witchcraft because they keep going downhill and you keep going up. And they know that they're doing the motherfucking come to me lover spell, and they don't understand why it's not working. And why do you keep increasing and expanding while they keep going down in the dumps? And now they want to call and claim that you are the one doing the spell work, that you are the vampire, that you are the, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, boom, boom. Listen, let me readjust my earrings. Listen, it's called alchemy, hun. It's called alchemy. You know what I think it be? People are, they are witchy, but they're not really spiritual. You know, they're not really spiritual. They're witchy, but they're not spiritual. You have a witch somewhere in the world right now trying to do a freezer spell on a high priestess. You got a witch, you got someone who's witchy right now doing a graveyard spell on a high priest or high priestess because they don't really understand that those two things are not synonymous for the same thing. Like a high priest is a high priest, and someone who is into witchcraft, that is not really the same thing. When you alchemize, when you make your inner world your sanctuary, and the first place that you choose to do your alchemy, your work, then spell work that's done like outside of you by someone else, even your own spell work. And I guess that goes back to why they was like before, I don't just jump and run and do return to senders, and I don't just jump and run and do, you know, really pretty much too much of anything, because most of my spiritual alchemy happens within me. It's up in, it's in here. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that you can overcome when people are trying to manipulate and trying to harvest. It ultimately is about you getting a handle on your own energy field. You know what I mean? And the more of your shadows, if you can like take your eyes off the idea, off and not fixate on the spell work that's been thrown your way. You see it, you observe it, you feel it, you know it's there. But if you can not fixate on the fact that it's being done, and you can stay focused on what is it that they are attaching their intentions to when it comes to my shadows? Like, where is the spell work binding me? Because that's a shadow aspect of myself. Spell work don't really work like that in the light. You can't just, in the light, everything is exposed. So when people do spell work, it's like they're literally attacking your shadow aspect. That's what they're using against you. So if we cannot like focus on that, I learned the less I focus on it, doesn't mean walk around naive like I don't know what's going on. I sense it, I pick it up, I feel it. But let me focus on what shadow are they coming after, right? For instance, if somebody's doing like money blockages on you and trying to block up your money, if you pick that up spiritually and you start experiencing money blockages and things start kind of going kind of crazy, maybe your source of income, maybe if you're an entrepreneur or whatever, you might be an influencer like your girl, you know, that they are ultimately attacking themselves. Yes. uh who was that just said that? Unicorn in love, they are attacking themselves. Ultimately they are. However, this is from your perspective, because if you for instance, if you say, oh, they're just attacking themselves, I know they're just attacking themselves, that's cool and that is true. But the question for you is still, what can I learn from what I'm experiencing because they sent the energy this way? What can I learn? Because again, it's shadow to shadow. They are working in the shadows to attach things to your shadow. If you experience any ramifications of that intention, the objective for you is to not focus on what you lost during that battle, what you're losing, what like not to focus on the attacks. The objective is to use everything that you're experiencing, including spell work, for the mirror that it is, because it ultimately is a mirror. Spell work don't work in the light. It only works in the shadows. So if you're receiving any ramifications of spell work, if you're having any effects, if it's taking even the slightest effect, is to step back and say, okay, well, that's revealing a shadow, because that's the only way spell work works. So when it comes to my money and them trying to send blockages towards my money and me now observing said blockage, what is it that I can see about my relationship to money that I can change, so that that kind of attack no longer ever, it never works again, because I've alchemized that shadow. I'm alchemizing the shadow. This is why I was just saying, like, when people be doing like sex magic and stuff, it's like, what this was about to do, because what I'm about to do is use whatever the fuck you're doing to show me what it is I need to see, so I can integrate another shadow aspect of myself. And then they sit back and they be looking like boo boo the fool, wondering what the fuck is going on, because the shit's not working. Because I'm an alchemist. I am not in other words, you have some people who are like so spiritually minded and so just you know eh, 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 they're just so like gone with the wind that they're not able to really ground themselves and use the experience to help them further grow. And how I know that's the case is because I'm a spiritualist, and I get a lot of joy and pleasure out of helping other people understand, cuz when it's happening to you, it comes in like a whirlwind. And that's why when I be doing that damn vampire energy, or I pull up the warlock energy, or I be so livid, and I don't know if y'all be seeing it. I be trying to hold it back. I be so livid, because if you've gone through just being randomly spiritually attacked by somebody that you either thought you could trust, somebody you don't even know, right? That's the weirdest shit, right? When you could tell people that don't even really know you is like evil eyeing you and stuff and sending energy. But when it's people you trust and they are in the background doing things to keep you from progressing, they don't want to see you grow, they don't want to see you have, I guess, what they feel they don't have. That is the most, I can't even describe the festivity. I mean, it's just not right, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's just not right. And it's like when it comes up in the readings, I'm like, okay, here we go. 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 You know? But my objective is always to help my Starseed family, help you guys understand, how do you get to the point to where none of it ever works again? Like it doesn't work. You have to use everything as a mirror. Spell work is really no different from like alchemizing your own childhood traumas that are causing you to create things in your life that you don't really want to experience. And we talk about healing through trauma, but the same way you heal through trauma is the same way you alchemize witchcraft. It's the same thing. You have to use the trauma, you have to use the experience, you use the patterns as the mirror that it is, so that you can like alchemize that. Once I realized, like, oh, so basically, this is the way black magic works. This is why they call it black magic. Oh, it's all about what's in the shadow. Love spells, they only work like, especially if it's from a distance, if somebody's doing like a come to me lover spell, that shit works if you still low key love that person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if they think you still hung up on them, then they'll be still doing sex magic. They'll still be doing XYZ, and it may or may not be working depending on where you are in your emotional body towards that person. So if it's like it's pulling on you, it's frustrating you, it's aggravating you, pause. Don't get caught up in the energy because that means the shit is going to start working after a while now. If you just get caught up in the energy, pause and go inside and say, okay, you know, um, for instance, I have somebody who likes to do love spells on me every moon cycle. And I don't know why. I think they're trying to get me to come back. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's not gonna happen. Baby, you might as well keep your candle and all of your cinnamon and stuff and all of your, I don't know what you got going on over there, but I can feel it. I pick it up. I'm you in the dreams and all of that. Yeah, okay. It's not gonna happen. I'm not calling. I'm not doing none of it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. My Virgo ain't gonna fucking let me do it. You understand what I'm saying? When my Virgo say we done, we done. We done. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna be doing all that ripping and running and back and forth in people's lives and shit. I ain't be doing all that. And I ain't gonna let nobody do that shit to me. And I'm gonna tell you why, because when I'm making an effort to connect with somebody, I am a very transparent person. I'm not afraid of being in love. I'm not afraid of loving. I'm not afraid of not having my love reciprocated. I don't feel no way at all. I don't feel slighted at all. If I developed emotions for you that says I love you, those are my emotions and my emotions alone. They don't actually belong to you. It belongs to me. I have no problem with loving someone at all. I don't feel embarrassed. I don't feel shame because they didn't reciprocate or because, you know what I mean? Like they ghosted me or whatever. I mean, I've ghosted people a couple of times. It happens. Shit. You know what I mean? Shit. Don't be getting all salty because somebody ghosted you. You know you didn't ghosted people too. Don't do that. So I don't be feeling no way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very nurturing, I'm very transparent, I'm very honest about my feelings, I'm very communicative, and I'm a very grown ass woman. You know what I'm saying? So however you take that or whatever you give me in return, if it's something that I don't want, I'm gonna probably be patient and try to get you to see like maybe you should rethink this. Maybe you should rethink this. Maybe you should rethink this. And then they don't be wanting to rethink it. So when I chuck the deuces, I've already said everything I needed to say. I've already expressed my feelings. I've already set my standard. I've already given you space to try to grow into the connection with me. If you refuse to do so, when I walk away, it's nothing left to go back to. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's literally nothing left for me to go back to. So I don't the little love spells and stuff. I be seeing the energy, but I be like, that's not gonna work, you know? But it is because when it comes to certain aspects of love, I've already integrated the ego. You know what I mean? I've already done that. So whereas you may be doing a come to lover spell on me because you ultimately miss me, you ultimately want me back because again, you're remembering I was expressive, I was transparent, I was a grown ass woman and you don't just run around and bump into that energy every day and I'm fully aware of that and I use it to my advantage. That's We have to know the ways in which we are uniquely different and use it to our advantage. Be okay with being your unique self because that's literally what makes you special. You're not duplicatable. People can't just copycat your energy. So I feel like spell work and all of that, and when you go through that process, it's unnerving. And if you let it, it can kind of make you kind of sink inside yourself and not really want to show who you really are. But baby, that's your superpower. That's your superpower. When you show really who you are, you can actually see the other energies of people a lot more clearer. You understand what I'm saying? When you let the world and the people around you and the relationships you have, when you actually don't mask up and you don't do the representative thing, you can uncloak people so quickly. Like, because you are in your light. When you are masking because you feel like you need to hide and you don't need to let them know that you care, and they're just going to walk all over me and I feel away, but I don't want them to know that I love them, so I'm holding it. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to feel nothing for nobody, I don't like nobody, whatever the fuck it is, right? When you mask up like that, then it's going to be difficult for you to see behind that mask. You understand what I'm saying? But when you are fully okay with being yourself and being, I've had people call me naive. I've had people treat me like they think I'm naive. I know that they think I'm naive. I may actually come off a little bit naive at times because that is a part of Virgo energy too. But when you know that that is a part of your energy or can be, then you can use it. I uses it. I play stupid all the time. All the time. I play stupid all the time. And it's not, and the thing is, it's not a mask. It's a part of my makeup. It's a part of to just be like this childlikeness, because all Virgos, we have this childlike wonder about us. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we are the quintessential grown ass child that in the best ways that wants to have fun and wants to explore creativity, wants to express themselves. Like that's the Virgo energy. You know what I mean? So it's like lean into it because people gonna think that you actually childish. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna think you naive. I just leans right into it. I just play stupid and I observe because what's gonna happen is as soon as they convince themselves that they can get something over on me, as soon as they convince themselves that I am actually really naive, their mask is gonna slip. Never fails. Fucking mask slips every time. Every time. The mask slips every time. All I have to do is be 100% me and own whatever I'm feeling about that person concerning that individual. And if I can own that genuinely, purely, and offer it genuinely and purely without any fear of it being unreciprocated or being abused or it being hurt, I can get to what's really going on with the connection and what's really going on between what am I here to receive, what are they here to receive, what's going to be the outcome. Because I find that the more comfortable you are with being you, the more comfortable people become with being themselves. And sometimes that works out good because they actually have genuine intentions towards you. They're showing who they really are and you like what you see. You know what I'm saying? You like the connection, the friendship, you like the way it's going. And then sometimes it's some not so pleasant stuff behind the mask, but you're at least able to see that too. And you don't even have to throw the whole person away at that point because there's no disappointment. You haven't convinced me that you're going to be able to love me back. And I've given my love, and now I'm convinced and I'm expecting you to love me back according to what you said you could do. And because I'm so caught up in it, I was not able to see that you were masking. And now that you have actually let the mask slip, now I have to deal with the disappointment of expectation. I deal with the hurt of you not being exactly who you said you were. I'm dealing with all that drama. I don't want to deal with that. The best way I cannot deal with that, I found in dealing with people, is to just be truly, genuinely me. Because at the very least, it's going to make them comfortable to be themselves. And once they do that, I get to see what's really there. You understand what I'm saying? And so even if it's something that's not so like, I don't really rock with that, it's not with, I'm not disappointed by anything. This person hasn't failed me. Like my expectations haven't failed. Not, I'm just observing you. That's it. That's it. That's all. I'm just observing you. You know what I'm saying? And so once again, the mask slips, and now I'm able to see. And now I'm able to make a conscientious decision as to how much of your energy I should let in my life, how much of my energy I should give you. Nothing has to change other than how I navigate the friendship based on what's really here. I don't really be trying to take like 6 and 8 months and everything to get to know people and then be investing years worth of energy in people and only for like 5 years later for the fucking mask to finally slip. They held that bitch up for 5 years. And you knee deep in a hole, finna get married and walk down the aisle or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you knee deep into the shit and boom, you get a whole new human being. You don't even know who this person is. I don't be having time for that. I really don't. I really don't. The more I started embracing the fact that I'm actually good people, like I'm good people. Like if there's good people to be had on this planet, I'm one of them. I'm good people. I don't deal with jealousy. I don't be envious of people. I don't cause nobody no problems. And I'm boasting about it. Oh, very much so. Yeah. I'm boasting about this shit. I'm good people. Okay, being a good person right now is a major accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, if you are a good person, you should be proud about that shit. I'm good people. I don't cause nobody no problems. You know what I mean? Like, I make myself available when people need maybe to, get a listening ear from me. But I'm at the same time, I'm learning balance even with that. But I ain't causing nobody no harm. I stay to myself. I basically I'm here to do what I'm here to do from a spiritual perspective, and I'm gonna get on up out of here. And if I can not cause any karma while I'm here, that's the way I like it. So when you really good people, you know what I'm saying? First towards yourself and then towards others. It's like, okay, I don't really have time to be pussyfooting around with, what this is and what it ain't. It helps me be even better when I can see you as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible, I want to get to the real you. So I will know how to navigate the connection. And because there's this other side of me that you might not want to meet. So this could go one or two ways. I got two options. That's how I see it. Like I got two options. I can either put myself in a position to see a person as early as possible in a connection so that I can honor the connection. I can honor how I feel about the individual, or I can play stupid and not observe and set up a bunch of false expectation of that individual, end up disappointed, offended, angry, heartbroken, hurt, and may end up going upside somebody's head. Now, which one of those, Yolanda, would probably be best for you? You know what I mean? And because there's this other side that's not so motherfucking, not with all the pleasantries. You know what I mean? Not with all the niceties. I know she's there too. I love her too. I do. I do. I love her too. But I have to keep her, we try to create an environment around this motherfucker where I don't have to go into her too much because she gonna fuck some shit up pretty much when I get outside myself like that. So I try to just embrace me first. You know what I'm saying? Like learn me. And what I found is that all of the things that people have abused, whether it's your love, whether it's your kindness, whether it is your wisdom, whether you're very generous when it comes to, giving to people and things of that nature, whatever it is, all of those things that has been the most abused are the things that are actually your superpowers. So if your heart has been broken multiple times, it means that you have a big heart, honestly. And it means that love is your superpower. It means that you have to get a better understanding on how to give and issue out said love, right? Because the weird shit. And if you're a very loving person and you show a very loving in your connections with people, have y'all ever experienced like loving someone genuinely, caring about them, nurturing the connection, and it literally sends them into a spiral of fear and like it creates anguish in them. You loving them the way you are, it creates some sort of tug of war. Like you would think that everybody is okay with being loved. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Everybody's not okay with it, and everybody doesn't have the capacity to accept love. We talk about people not giving it to us, but the bigger lesson for those of us who are actually loving and here in that energy, like the biggest lesson for me was being able to discern who is ready or capable or willing to receive it. That was the biggest lesson because that unrequited can be a beast all of itself. You know what I mean? And I had to sit back and observe, like, oh, I see what's going on here. I'm probably too good at showing and expressing that I care for people. If I care for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause they be getting all, I don't know, weird on me. You know what I mean? Like, and all I'm saying is like, if you need me, I'm here. Call me, boo, care about you. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But them be the same people that go off and run away from you out of fear, and then spend a lifetime doing come to me lover spells after you walk away. Now they have to resort to come to me lover spells and sex magic to try to call your energy back in, because now in your absence they realize the gravity of having real love in their life. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How are you gonna do a come to me lover spell on somebody that I was already there? I was already loving you. You understand what I'm saying? Now you done done what you done because you got scared up because you wasn't ready to be yourself. That's okay. Hey, I don't have anything to do with any of that. All I want you to know is that I rock with you, but I'm gonna rock with you over here because you on some other shit. Okay. And now that I'm over here letting you rock out over there, now you want to come to me lover spells. And now you want to be the victim. And now you want to tell everybody that I ghosted you. And you know what I mean? Like I'm a love bomber and shit. Like it just, let me do my return to Cynthia Sonny because I don't be having time for it. I don't like that kind of here we go loop de loo ass energy. I'm a earth sign. I need stability. I don't like all that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't participate in it. But it'd be so much to observe about your own energy. But that is honestly the joy for me. I mean, reclaiming aspects of myself over the last, like, I'm gonna just say the last 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. It's been challenging, but it's been beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like when you step back and look at how far you have come from whenever you started your awakening, whenever you started your healing process, when you look back at how far you have come and all of the things that you have learned just about you, you know, just about you. We ain't got to go into angels and demons and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just about you alone. You start seeing how dope, you know, how dope you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, I'm really that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really dope out here like that. You know what I mean? It ain't based on the clothes you wear. It ain't based on how much money you got. It ain't based on none of that whack ass earth shit. It's based on divinity. It's based on your essence. It's based on who you are and your personalities and all of those things that we have been taught and conditioned to hate about ourselves. It's just like those are not things that I should at all be hating. I shouldn't be hating that I'm a little naive at times. I shouldn't be hating it. I've like, okay, well, if I stop if I stop feeling away because people play in my face like they think I'm slow, if I stop feeling a way about it, then I can change the narrative surrounding that energy. I can better observe what takes place inside of me that is projecting that energy, and then I can wield that energy at my choosing. And that's what the magician card in the tarot deck is about. It's about you knowing your sciences. It's about you knowing all of the things you have at your disposal, even things that people outside of you would try to use to make you feel like you ain't that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't that one. People will use what they think is your weakness, but that doesn't mean you have to see it as a weakness. You can absolutely see it as a strength. Oh, okay. I'm a little overgiving, you say, huh? Oh, you don't want me to give so much? I give too much. Oh, a little clingy, you say. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Because now I can say, okay, first off, let me look at that from the shadow aspect, right? I can observe it, I can integrate it. Let me look at from the ego. What's going on in the ego? That is, what is that? What are they reflecting to me? What are they mirroring to me? Where is that coming from? And if it's coming from a trauma, I can heal that. I can do the work to see it a different way. Whatever the experience was that created that energy in me, I can see that experience from a different way. I can heal the inner child, make sure she knows she's safe. But then I'm left with a tool. I'm left with something I can use, not to harm anybody, but to discern, you know? The more I have come into the knowledge of what really is my energy, and how should I be perceiving myself, the more I have been able to heal that, the stronger my discernment has become. Because I'm not double questioning myself. The second I feel I discern that it's about to be some janky shit with an individual or a situation, I just move accordingly. I don't go through that, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm not really seeing it. Oh, I don't know. I don't go through that shit anymore. I ain't questioning. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because I'm the master of my reality, right? So if you come in my orbit and I see what I see is what is. That's it. That's all. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't mean I have to be a nasty motherfucker or be nasty to people. No, because then that goes against my actual nature. Because I'm not a nasty person. I'm not a rude person like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to turn into being you. I'm just going to be me, but I'm going to discern you so I can better be me. You understand what I'm saying? The more I stop beating myself up over certain aspects of my shadow that people, we have been really conditioned. We even see our ego as the enemy. We see our ego as something that needs to die. We see our ego as like we are villainizing the very aspect of ourselves that is trying to show us something. You understand what I'm saying? That was a hard lesson because I was like, I got to go through an ego death. I'm going through an ego death. And Spirit was like, hey, let me help you because I know it's a lot of information out there. You've been reading and everything. You've been getting in the books. I've been seeing you. Kudos. But hey, the ego is not what you don't want your ego to die. You know what I'm saying? Like that aspect of you is your gatekeeper, honestly. That aspect of you is your lord of the crossroads of your reality, of your mind. Your ego is a gatekeeper. Now it could be overactive, as people can call it, but most of the times it's just overactive because you just refuse to see what it's trying to show you. the more you see, then the more you'll start seeing it'll kind of back down, it'll back up, and it won't be so, you know, I don't know, triggered all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just those lessons, y'all. And I was sitting up yesterday and I was thinking about it. You know what I mean, fam? I was thinking about it. Right. Every encounter is showing you you. It really is. And that be a hard pill for people to swallow because they sometimes people are going through really negative things, like really hard things. And it can be a hard pill to swallow, but the faster you can swallow that pill, it gets so much easier. Because really, it is. Every encounter is showing you you, you know? And so it's just it's these lessons. And then I'll be like, you know what? I was just I am finally having fun though. First 40 years of my life, hey, I had some good moments, a lot of inner world, not so good. Inner world, you know, depression as a child, looking back, I realized, you know what I'm saying? Like suicidal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if that's one of those trigger words that they don't want you to say on the internet. I don't know. Um, as a child, like, and as a young adult going into 30s, ideation wasn't fit to do nothing because I was a Jesus freak and I didn't want to go to hell. Um, I was that might be where the fear of hell might have helped me. It might have helped me right there. I ain't gonna hold you. It might have helped me right there. Yeah. Cause that was I mean, I didn't have the courage. I thought about it a lot, but I didn't have the courage. But nevertheless, not to trigger anything or anybody. But if I hope nobody in my collective don't be don't. You're a beautiful person. I know it's hard. It had we have our days, but just keep going. You'll be all right. You're gonna be okay. But yeah, like I'm finally actually okay with being here because it really was really weird when I became like conscientious. I'm still around about 7, 8, 9, up and through there. It just started to get weirder and weirder, and I just had a lot of questions, and I wanted to understand why am I? What is this? What is this place? What is this? What is this? I don't. This doesn't feel right. It feels this is odd. And I never quite could settle in. You know what I'm saying? Like I never could quite like get used to the fact that I have no answers for why I feel that way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I don't even really know like the whole earth angel energy and all of that. Like I'm not into that kind of stuff at that age. So I don't know nothing about my essence, and I'm not understanding about the soul and spirit. I don't know about reincarnation. I don't know none about none of that shit. All I know is I'm 9 years old and this feels weird. This frequency, it feels slow and heavy and dense. And then, the environment, and it's like, I don't know, something missing here. But I'm finally to a point where I'm having fun now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm enjoying Earth a little bit, a little bit more, you know? But it had everything to do with me getting like in line with my path, no longer just being a rat on a wheel or just being conditioned to approach my life a certain way. I had to find what is the right approach for me, for my life, for me to enjoy this shit. Cause you can't tell me I'm supposed to live till I'm like 80 or 90 and not enjoy it. You can't tell me that. So I'm really supposed to just be on these jobs and shit, slaving like this and letting them tell me how much they can pay me like this and getting up and going to work every day and I don't even be wanting to. I'm supposed to keep doing a bunch of shit I don't want to do. Mm, mm, that don't That don't feel right. That don't feel right. Hell is all of that about? And once I feel like, oh, okay, they fucking playing Monopoly, the Monopoly game with my ass. You know, they playing the Monopoly game with me. And I'm losing. I'm losing. You know what I mean? You know that point when you play a Monopoly and that money get low? You know what I'm saying? You play a Monopoly, you know that money get low, and everybody else money stacked up. They got two hotels and three houses over there on New York Street. I don't know. My money getting low, and then we I don't know. Is it a part of the rules of Monopoly that you can get a loan? I don't know if we kind of created that part, so you got to get a loan from the bank. And then when you get your money back up, you got to pay the bank back. You know what I'm saying? That whole Monopoly game is real life. It is real life. And when I realized, oh, that's not a fucking game, that's life. That's what they're doing. I said, man, shit. I'm playing Monopoly with these motherfuckers and I'm losing. Ain't no way I answer this. And it would be ignorant for me to do another 40 years. So now I'm having fun because my life is my life. You know, I get to be exactly who I am, and the divine, the mother, my ancestors, my spirit team, they make sure I have what I need and what I want, you know? And now that I'm in my own power and I'm in my own energy and I'm in my own essence, my ability to manifest what I want. I don't have to ask. I don't have to slave. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to be in relationships with people that I really can't stand because they pay half the bills. I don't have to settle for less. Not in relationships, not in how I make money, not in how much money. You ain't gonna tell me when I can motherfucking take a vacation. Gotta ask permission? Are you kidding me? I mean, like, yo, somebody tells you when you can take your lunch. Do we see this shit though? Like, do we really see it? Somebody tells us when we can have a 15-minute break. It's little shit like that that started just to not make sense. It just got to a point to where it just started. That just don't make no sense. That just don't make no sense to me. I got to call in to not show up to something, and it is. I'm not trying to say like being unaccountable or whatever, but what I'm saying is, are we over making ourselves accountable to things that don't really align? Like that doesn't make any sense. Oh, Yolanda, when John come back, you could take your break. You can go to lunch. Well, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, well, thank you for letting me go to lunch. I appreciate it. I was getting hungry. I didn't know, and I got to wait for John to come back for me to be able to go eat. And it's like, that don't, it gets to a point, man, to where it's like, bro, this cannot be what I'm here to do. It just can't be. And that's when it's all started. That's when it all started. Because once you start seeing, you can't unsee. You know what I mean? Once you start looking into some things and really looking at the impact it's having on you, your body, your mental, your joy, like how you relate into your family when you come home from said environment, when you had to wait for somebody to tell you when you could take your lunch and you come home and then it's like, we don't be trying to, but you don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, then you start looking at the effects of the smallest, the smallest things that we align ourselves to that undermine our divinity. I think human beings at this point, we have already reached, especially if you have a soul, and I say if, because I'm on the fence that everybody got one. So I'm gonna say if. If you have a soul, okay, put it like this. You are going through a spiritual awakening because you are demented spiritually. You have spiritual dementia. We all have dementia. We so fucking old that we have actually forgotten the frequency of our divinity. Like, we have heard for so long, we were created in the image of God, created in the image of God, created to have dominion, created it, and it's like, for me, okay, created in the image of God. And I'm just saying it that way because that's the way the scripture say it. Well, what does that mean? Created in the image of God, you know? But when you boil it off, not factoring in any kind of like extraterrestrial, anything like that. If you just compare the consciousness, the level of consciousness that human beings are at right now in comparison to, let's say, uh a goat or an animal, anything, um, in, any animal outside of a human being, right? If you look at our consciousness and where we are right now in consciousness in comparison to the other animals on this planet, it is evident that we have been created and given the consciousness to be able to see multiple, like we can observe multiple realms, right? This is what makes us spiritually inclined because we have the consciousness to observe a monkey, a goat, a dog, a cat, a zebra, giraffes. They're just animals. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean by that, their consciousness is still at a level of consciousness that we have already evolved up out of. So we're seeing at a higher vantage point consciously. This is what makes us have the ability to be able to look into and look beyond the physical realm. That is a divine process. That, like, human beings are spiritually, like, gifted, if that makes sense. And again, I'm not talking, I don't know what's going on in the other realms, other extraterrestrials. I don't get into that either because I'm on the fence about it. But I'm talking about just on this planet. We as human beings, we as mankind, we are loaded down with spiritual benefits because we are created in the image of God. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can go within and traverse the dimensions. All you have to do is spend time inside, and you can literally get out of this dimension and go into another one, go into the next one. And I think people feel like that's a bunch of hyperbole, but when you have done it, then you know how magnificently you have been created. And when you factor on top of that all of your personality and the beautiful parts about that, all of the idiosyncrasies that make you you and that make you uniquely you, that there'll never be another you on this planet, and yet you share this God space with millions of other people, this ability to be able to put it like this. If you've ever worked with angels, you know that angels are disciplined. They have a set thing that they do, that they're going to do, and it's about discipline. A lot of times it is about execution of judgment. It is about service. Okay, angels are here to angels serve. You understand? And they really don't observe anything outside of the service that they are called upon to give, to do. You are more spiritually complex than an angel. And I don't think we talk about that enough. The spiritual complexity of being human is, it literally is what makes us divine, because we ultimately perform spiritual functions in multiple ways, in manifold ways, to where an angel may not be able to do that. For instance, when I first started tapping, or not like tapping into a frequency of an angel that is on my spirit team now. When I communicate with my spirit team, um I'm like, the heart space and love is of the foundation of my path and purpose, right? So me learning about the frequency of love is what I'm here to do. And I've had to learn that in some of the weirdest motherfucking ways, but I'm learning it, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But when I have an angelic assister come on my spirit team, I communicate with my spirit team, particularly the matriarch, from the frequency of love. Like, I, spirit team, love you, rock with y'all, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? We have our fellowship, right? But when the angel came onto the spirit team and I began to express a certain love and appreciation, it was a kickback. Like, I don't really understand what you mean by you love me. Like, we don't communicate that way. I'm here to serve you, right? So, but then I had to do, or I chose to do, and this may sound weird, but some of you may understand, is I had to help that particular angel understand what the frequency of love is. And when I say I love you, what does that mean from an angelic perspective? From an angelic perspective, it means that I am grateful for your service and I appreciate you assisting me. That's what that means. So it's like, these are ways in which we can communicate that other beings, like an angel, like those frequencies, they may not even understand love, because that's not the frequency that they made in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, love is a frequency. They may not have that. Now, you may be dealing with an angel who does, but this particular one is a warrior spirit. This particular one is like, call me when you need some shit rearranged. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, but I just want you to know I appreciate you. I love you. Like, uh, uh, yeah. Okay, well, what does that mean? And that's when I was like, okay, it means that I appreciate you for your service. I thank you for your service. It means that you are a part of my family. It means that you are on my spirit team. It means that here I am an angel of love. I'm here to observe love. If you're going to assist me, then you're going to be told that I love you. You're going to be told I love you. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, because that's the way I communicate with my spirit team. So these are the complexities that the human race have been kind of like, it's like, y'all know in that scripture where Jesus told, I think it was Peter, he told Peter that the enemy desires to have you, that he may sift you as wheat, right? That he may sift you as wheat. It's like we've been put in a sifter, and we've had so much of our divinity sifted out of our consciousness that when even me saying what I'm saying about an angelic, it feels like, okay, oh, that's different, because we've had so much of our divinity just sifted from us that we are actually spiritually demented. And this is why we're awakening. This is why we are remembering. This is why we are recovering. What are we recovering? What are we awakening to? Something that we have gone to sleep to. Meaning what? Meaning that our consciousness is no longer observing that aspect of ourselves. Okay, well, what aspect of ourselves are we observing? The divine aspect, that we are not just a body just walking around like fucking zombies, that we have a place and a space in the universe, that we are highly revered among spiritual creatures. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like that energy of recognizing that we're not just here with a God over us commanding and demanding shit, and we supposed to just go with the fucking flow. And as well as we can go with the flow, then maybe when we leave the body from being a zombie, we can go to heaven. No, no, no. You are a sentient, powerful, divine being that was originally created to have dominion, domination. So any deity that comes in to try to remove your dominion from you in this dimension is questionable. It's questionable. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying right. I'm just saying it's questionable. Any motherfucking deity that's trying to make you feel like you don't like, it's questionable because it's already you can look at the way you have been fashioned and see that you are more than just a yes sir, yes sir, yes, please give me a blessing, please bless me, can I get some money, please. Like, that's not what we doing. We have to remember that we are the gods and goddesses of this planet, of this frequency here. We are the gods and goddesses of this planet. You understand what I'm saying? Of this dimension. That's why we have this ability to look at a candle and see something more, or look at a flame and see more. We can look at the flowers and see the power of the, like, the essence of it, and we can harness the energy to move things. We A dog can't do that. Is all I'm saying. Donkeys don't do that, but we can do that. I mean, I could take this is ultimately a rock. It's ultimately, you know, a nice little stone here. But I have the ability because I'm a human. A cat will see this shit and just see a fucking rock. It just be over here just playing with the shit, just that's it. They take their little paws and the rock, they just playing with it. But then I can take this and I can shift my perspective. I can take this and I can go within and shift my consciousness and shift the way I see shit. I can see something more than a cat can see with something that's just a stone. And you can't fucking tell me that that is not to be honored and respected. You can't tell me that I'm supposed to be goddamn down here slaving. I'm supposed to be waiting for somebody to tell me when I can take lunch. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you how this gonna go. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make no sense. Like, the more you really sit like your divinity and put that shit on, bro, like, recover it. And that's what we're doing. We're recovering the aspect of ourselves that we have been put to sleep to. I didn't say fall asleep. I said we've been put to sleep. We've been sifted, domesticated. Like, I just couldn't keep living like that, y'all. And then that led to, like, okay, I got to look at love and I got to look at my relationships and and but yesterday was that day where it was like, okay, have that moment to where it's like, pause, breathe, okay, and look at the truth. The truth is, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, you were sleeping on your mother's floor, you and your children. The truth is, 8 months ago, you did not have a vehicle. The truth is that 3 years ago, you ain't know none of the shit that you know now. The truth is, 10 years ago, you was a Jesus freak and you was having your divinity siphoned from you and you didn't know it. Truth is, I got socks. If you wasn't here for the socks, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't here for the socks, you gotta be grateful for having socks, bro. You know what I mean? For real, for real. I don't know about y'all, but socks, when I have socks on my feet, I just be feeling like a soul. I feel so good in my soul. You know what I'm saying? I take me a shower and I put some fresh socks on. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's everything. It's the small things. I enjoy socks. And I particularly enjoy when I get a new pack of socks when they fresh out the pack. Oh my God. You can't tell me shit. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not because I haven't had socks. I've always had socks. I've had socks all my life. But it's just I like socks. Okay. And I'm grateful that I have some. I just bought me some new socks. They soft and shit. They real comfortable. They real nice. Got them off Amazon, you know. So yesterday was one of them days where I had to go through the gratitude list and really see the shit for what it is. Mm-mm. You got food and stuff. You eating, and you ain't on food stamps no more. What's going on? What's going on, right? And that's how you start to see, oh, okay, energy work. So that brings me to this morning and the whole return to sender that I'm about to do. I'm not gonna light it yet. I'm gonna do it later because I don't know where it came from and what it was, but I'm gonna need them to get that on back over there with them. Okay. But yeah, like it's a beautiful process and it's a lot to be. It's a lot to take in, but it's still, at least for me, it's finally fun, you know. It's finally fun because I just think that we're basically on the inside, you know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with somebody the other day and I was able to make a point like no matter what age you are, when you come into this world, you come in, people say a blank slate, but it's really not that blank. You come in fully loaded, actually. You come in fully loaded. When your mother, your birthday, she pushed you on out of that thing there like that, you come in fully loaded with your path. You come in fully loaded with your personality, with your gifts, with your talents. It's not that blank of a slate when you are born. But what happens is we are born in this purity and this innocence. It's the environment and the conditions and the community and the family and the schooling and the religion and the friends and the bullies and the the societal normative things that begin to like be placed on top of us, you know. So underneath all of that bullshit is a child that is already have it that already has its path, already has all of its talents, its gifts, its skills, and can create whatever it wants in its reality. The problem is it's actually too young to actually intentionally create. So then it is a blank slate in that sense. And then other people, other opinions, other social shit, other stuff gets piled on top of us. So here we are at 40 something years old, 30 something years old, adults, right? And we're on this healing journey. And I was explaining to them ultimately what you are doing is you are th- pulling off the wet blankets, the piling, whatever it was, whatever your childhood was like, whoever your parents were, whatever you experienced as a child, is still an innocent, divine being underneath all of that rubble. And all you have to do is dig her out, dig him out, you know? And so once you realize that you're just a big ass child, you'll realize that having fun, whatever it is you're doing, whatever relationship you're in, whatever job you have, whatever career move you make, entrepreneur move, whatever you're doing, your spirituality, your spiritual healing, your journey, to help to wealth and wealth and wellness, all of that energy, all of that can be fun, should be fun, right? It should actually be fun. It should actually be fun. I should actually not be doing anything that I don't have fun doing, that I don't enjoy doing. I don't enjoy it. Why am I doing it? If I don't enjoy this stupid ass relationship I'm in with this motherfucker, why am I here? I'm not enjoying this shit. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for somebody to change. Okay, but I actually need to be in this shit for them to change? Can I wait on the other side of town? I can. I can wait on the other side of town. And if you're gonna change, do you, boo? But I don't have to be here to micromanage somebody else's motherfucking healing while I am martyring myself because I don't enjoy this shit. My joy is priority. Yeah, pretty much. M- My joy is priority. Some things may challenge me. Some things you know, I may enjoy it, but or I may think that I will enjoy it, but I may have to kind of like get outside of my comfort zone a little bit to go experience it, to actually see if I enjoy it. Yeah, that's the case. But even in you exploring, explore with joy. You know what I'm saying? Like take the pressure off Yolanda. And I'm like, why am I always up under so much motherfucking mental pressure around this bitch? Why am I like this? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, well, we can figure that out. We can figure out why you're like this, and we can actually enjoy that process too. Doesn't have to be anguish, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be. So I was, yeah, on somebody's floor 3 years ago. And when I look back at it, I learned how to find my joy and my gratitude for even having a floor to sleep on, a couch. I still have a roof over my head. It's not mine, you know? I mean, even though I was raised in this motherfucker, but still, it's not mine. You understand what I'm saying? If it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not. Even if it is your mama's now, you know what I'm saying? It's not yours. So I was able to find gratitude then, you know, like I was able to put up my nice little tent in the bag, you know what I'm saying, where I had my sanctuary at, where I could, go out there and, fellowship with my goddesses, my rishas and ancestors. I was able to create space. They helped me create space, you know what I mean, for me to find joy, which I would consider that period to be my lowest. Now, somebody that's sleeping on the street may say that's not low, but that's my lowest. I don't know how you ended up on the corner, and I'm not making light of that. And if I could help you, I would. But all I'm saying is, in compare, because people be like, it's always somebody worse off than you. What they got to do with me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what you not finna do is make me feel like I don't have a right to feel what I'm feeling about my current circumstances because somebody else is worse off than me. What that got to do with me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody's reality is their reality. I'm sorry off than me, but I'm worse off than me right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm out of pocket. So I can't really even do that comparison thing. I'm just talking about what I experienced. Me sleeping on my mama's floor was indeed my lowest point for 3 years. Couch to the floor to the air mattress, couch to the floor to the air mattress, couch to the floor to that. With 2 kids. And they ain't no little toddlers. They grown, damn near grown themselves. Well, not really. I got a 12-year-old and now 17-year-old. So I found gratitude then, and I found my joy then, and I think I went through all of that to learn, like, how to hold joy when everything in your external circumstances really don't feel like nothing to be joyous about. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I learned how to manifest joy too. I learned how to find joy in small things, you know, time spent in a park observing the birds, my routines, me getting up in the morning and being able to go out in the backyard and have my cup of coffee, turn my music on, you know what I'm saying, smoke me a little something and get into my day and then do my videos and share and be me, man. Like I yeah, I'm sleeping on somebody's floor, but this is the closest I've been in a long time, if ever, in this lifetime at least, to actually being me and approaching my life from my truth and from what I want to do. I am on this floor and sleeping on this couch because I refuse to continue to slave for money. So I am here to learn a new way to be. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was times in those 3 years, y'all, fam, where I was like, I fucked up. I really probably should just go get my ass up and go get a job. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so many times where I was like, yo, okay, spirit team, come here, come here. Cause I don't know. I don't know. I might need to go down there to the Dollar Tree and get me a job. I know they got to be hiring all them goddamn boxes and stuff all in the aisleways. They ain't never got shit up on the shelves. They got to be hiring this motherfucker. I did. But you know what they would always say? If you do that, then everything that you are trying to do right now will be undone because what you are actually doing ain't about no money. It ain't about money. You didn't just walk off a job just because you tired of working, because you're lazy, because you don't understand what being productive or a productive human being is, because you don't want to take care of your children. You didn't do it for those reasons. You did it for a much, this is a freedom and a liberation that is attached to what you are experiencing. That if you give up right now, and I wanted that freedom so bad, I was like, no, no, I'm just gonna have to keep, I'm gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Matter of fact, let me get out here in this tent and do me some money manifestations. Let me get out in this tent and dance and turn on some music and fellowship with the with my spiritual family. Let me get out here and, you know what I'm saying, alchemize the energy. Like, let me get out here and be magical, man. Not run back to a comfort blanket, you know, not run back to the system that I'm trying so desperately to break off. It's because the system represents a certain spiritual restriction for me. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it represents a certain spiritual restriction. It restricts me I be on people's jobs and stuff, and I be really be like, damn, I could be home right now. Like, I really need to be studying. I could be looking into and then I be getting downloads and stuff all on the job and shit. And then it'd be like, I be really into the download, and I'll be like hating that I'm on the job doing whatever the fuck I'm doing when I could be home exploring what spirit is talking about. And then I could be home doing some videos on it because I'm pretty sure it's somebody else in the collective that want to know about it. And so now I'm on the job and I'm not really like, I don't want fucking want to be here because this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be getting up every day, being a spiritualist. That's what makes me happy. I don't do this shit just for like no motherfucking likes and clicks and views and shit. This is who I am when the camera is not on. You can ask anybody that know me. Like, I love being spiritual. I love being the hermit. I love investigating. I love researching. I love questioning things from a spiritual perspective. It's the only way this planet makes sense to me, you know? And so I was like, no, I can't fucking do it, bro. I gotta just stick it out. Stick it out. But I'm telling you, fam, it was some times where I was like, bro, at this point, I'm about ready to sell some ass. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, Yolanda, you know, we ain't gonna do that now. We ain't never done that before. We ain't gonna start now. You know, and I mean, um, just be patient. Just work you, you know, and work and be consistent in being you. So here I am yesterday, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful to be alive. After all them stupid ass death spells and shit over the 3 years, I started to think about so much shit that I've overcome. To be honest, I guess that's why sleeping on the floor in that whole 3 years of shedding wasn't really so bad because according to somebody else, I wasn't even supposed to be alive to see. According to somebody else's desire, I wasn't supposed to even be alive to be able to sleep on my mother's floor, you know. So then everything that I was lacking physically, tangibly, it began to just pale in comparison, man. It just began to just fade away, just dissolve. And with it, the pressure to have, the pressure to look like I have, the pressure to keep up with other people who have, like, it all dissolves because whatever it is I have, I can really just focus on the joy and the gratitude for having what I have and not focus on what I don't. You understand what I'm saying? And then in doing that, it's like, well, if you want it bad enough, manifest it. Why? Because I recognize that I'm a divine being. I'm undementing myself, you know? You know, we have really been fashioned beautifully. We've really been created beautifully. It's the bullshit. It's the bullshit that I'm really, 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 really glad and proud of me. And this is what makes it so easy for me to be proud of other people that come in my orbit, that I see healing and growing and embracing themselves. When those readings come out and they come out like really good energy like that, I'd be legit excited and be celebrating whoever the reading applies to, because I know personally that this shit is not easy. It's not easy. And you could be an earth angel, you can be a high priestess, you can be all of these grander titles, you know what I'm saying? Like all of these things that we are, we can be. We could be. We can do. It's dope, y'all. It's dope. It really is. And it doesn't always feel the best, but when you come through it and you just don't back away, don't be afraid, don't tuck tail, plow through it. Whatever your it may be, you know, face it, see it. Cause it may look a little messy on the outside of that thing. You know what I'm saying? It may look shadowy, it may look dark. But once you pull back all of the trauma that's creating the overcast, you know what I'm saying? The trauma is creating overcast. Once you get through the overcast and you really see the radiance of your light in that particular area or aspect of your being or life, it's fully worth everything that you have to experience to get to that light. That light is so brilliant. You start realizing that you're really a fucking genius, like literally, like magical. And why would you hide that? Why would you tuck it away? Why would you let someone enslave it? Why would you adhere to a system that does not honor you? Whatever that system is, doesn't have to be like a whole world system. It could just be your family system. You know, it could be a system, a unspoken system within your friend circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't honor you, once you see the light, once you see the light, your own light, and it's like, that's again going back to what I was saying about the soul, the cycle. And the moon is the icon that we have, that we can observe to understand the cyclical movement of our divine feminine energy, which is your soul. She moves in you cyclically, especially if you're a woman. Especially if you're a woman, y'all. If you're a woman, Your soul moves cyclically, but we could observe the moon and understand what happens in those phases. What is she illuminating to us right now as individuals? Because your soul may not be illuminating to you the same thing mine is illuminating to me. But what is being illuminated? It's, this is why I say to be a high priestess is not synonymous to being a witch. A witch say, "Oh, full moon, let me get the candles. Let me get the shit. Oh, let me get, you know what I'm saying? A witch sees the full moon and just, oh, let me get the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just want to go do some shit. But a high priestess says, okay, I have that. I could do that. But is that necessary right now? I don't even know. Let's see. And she goes in to go behind the veil. That moon shit is just it's just an icon. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a symbol. She can go behind the veil and really do the real magic. A high priestess. And she might light a candle, but it's going to be predicated and connected to whatever magical processes is going on inside of her. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't do that part, then you might, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to manifest some stuff because we all ultimately have the ability to do that. But you're not going to be a kitchen witch and think that you're about to do something that's gonna pin down a whole high priestess. Not fair happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's just too good at going within to alchemize, to see, to illuminate, to observe her own energy. That's her sanctuary. You ain't finna just push your energy into a high priestess's sanctuary and just think you can just skate through somebody's. Back in the day in the church, you couldn't even really, if y'all grew up in the church like I did, y'all probably can attest to this. As a child, you wasn't supposed to go up in that pulpit and be playing around and running around, before service start or after service is ended. You can just go up in the pulpit and just be running around and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, get out that pulpit. It's like they would make you get out of the pulpit, even if you think you could just run around the pulpit like you can out there with the pews and shit, like you can't. The pulpit was the symbol of behind the veil, right? That's holy ground. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, people don't be understanding, especially people who are hyper witchy. Like, that's one part of it. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to come into a priestess's sanctuary with energy that's not hers and think that she's not going to see that. Then she might light a candle on your motherfucking ass. She might. Or she might let her spirit team deal with it. Or she might alchemize it a lot of different ways. She might decide to turn on some hip hop and some real trap ass shit too. Like, not even not even none of that lollipop shit. Like some real Tupac Shakur, like, you know what I mean? Some real hardcore Wu-Tang Clan on your ass. Like, she might turn on some shit like that and just demolish you in the spirit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know, bro. Like, it's so many things that you could do to alchemize energy. Music is one of the most powerful ways to do it. It's one of my favorite. Okay, it's one of my favorite. But yeah, you can't just do that. What is you doing, bro? What's going on in the energies this morning, this rising spirit? We're having a beautiful conversation with my soul family, man. What you talking about around here? Get some act right. Get some act right. I gotta warm my coffee up. What's going on? A problem is being solved. It's being solved. Okay. Mm. A problem is being solved. Somebody's being warned too. I don't know what this is because I split the deck and I got divine intervention and warning. Who this for? A problem is being solved and somebody is being warned. from the spirit world. Mm, somebody that may want to have some sort of power struggle with you in the spirit. Somebody may want to have a power struggle with somebody in the collective in the spirit. They've been warned. Divine intervention is here now, though. Yeah, they must didn't heed the warning. They must didn't heed the warning. They took a risk on something. Now, I don't know what this is, y'all. Somebody took a risk. Somebody took a risk. Miraculous luck. Somebody rolled the. What's going on, Spirit? Spirit. A problem is being solved for somebody in the collective. That's what I do see. The divine is showing up for you. Absolutely showing up for you. Cancer. You could be a Cancer. This person, somebody could be a Cancer that is trying to send some sort of chaos. And y'all know I started the conversation. I ain't crazy. I just be looking like I be looking. I ain't crazy. This chaos magic. I know what's going on. But you ain't finna do no come to me lover spell or no, you know what I'm saying? You ain't finna do no whack ass, weak ass, small ass, stupid ass spell like that. I'm a whole high priestess out here. I don't usually even say that. But that's the least that I am. The truth be told. That's the least. Okay. So, and I rarely even say that. So I'm just trying to get you to understand you ain't finna do no kitchen witchery on me and think that I can't see the shit. Scorpio, Cancer. Yep. Healing, recovery, mending. Problem solved. Because whatever they trying to send or whatever they was trying to do, to whether it's you, someone in the collective that is, or me, or both, okay? I don't know. Just pulling on some energies here. You don't take it if it ain't yours. They're trying to operate in some sort of aspect of yourself that you've already healed. Like I said, they're trying to access some aspect of you that you already healed. Whoever the fuck this is, they're a whole narcissist out here. Oh, they snapping. They done lost their damn mind. They going crazy. What's wrong with them? They going crazy. They done lost their mind. What is this? They accessing something that might be driving them crazy, to be honest. I'm getting about sick of the word narcissist. I ain't gonna hold you. We got to come up with something else, y'all. I'm so sick of that word. I really am. You ever just get sick of words? I'm sick of that one. Children, creations, investments, lighting, an attachment. And here go the chaos magic lurking. They may have tried to attach themselves to your fortune, your good fortune, your abundant energy. Oh, Spirit say this candle you about to do is really going to help the fact that the game is over. Some shit is complete. Okay. Something is being brought to an end. I ain't lighting this candle for no reason. I rarely even do that kind of spell work because I really have to. I don't know why they want me to do it this time over as opposed to other times. That petition that I wrote, there's that energy right there. Somebody about to be dealt with. It's a warning. It's a warning. It's a warning. Mind games, manipulation, trickery, confusion. It's a warning. What's going on, spirit, in this rising? What we need to know. Disingenuous, pretender, fake, false. Union. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Feminine. Fear, isolation, fraud. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody has some sort of, some sort of energy or plan to try to block a divine feminine here. They're being exposed, or they're going to be. Somebody's nosy as hell, too. Exposing that somebody is nosy. Invasive. Dirt digging. Girl, get your ass in the house with them yoga pants on with all them dirt stains on them yoga pants. Go in the house. Go in the house. What's wrong with you? Source. Somebody's trying to do some kind of projection, bro. They're trying to project something towards either me, you, us, in the collective. I don't know. Take how it reverberates. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. But it's, the reason for the return to senders and shit is in order. Okay, you're showing up empowered here, standing in your power. You have the power. You know you have the power. You know what I'm saying? They know you have the power. Yeah. Work, boss, job, transformation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So while we over here transforming and stuff, while we over here growing, going through rebirths, you got somebody that wants, like, I don't know, they may be smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Backstabbers. Gossiping and lies. Gossiping and lies. Just gossiping and lies. Birds, honey. Birds. Birds of a feather flock together. This could be more than one person. We got Capricorn up in here. Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn. Somebody you know connected to could be a Capricorn. Bunch of Capricorns running their mouth. I don't know. They're going to eat the fruit of their words. They're going to eat the fruit of their words. They're going to eat the fruit of their slander. They're going to eat the fruit of their lies. They're going to eat the fruit of their rumors. They are going to eat the fruit of their own words. Out of the abundance of your heart does your mouth speak. Life and death. The course of life is set on course by your mouth, by your tongue, by your words. So they could be saying whatever the fuck they want to say and talk about what they want to talk about. This fake ass coven, this fake ass cult ass, fake ass shit here. Yeah, y'all ain't no witches. Y'all ain't no real witches. Y'all ain't no real coven, nigga. Y'all some tricksters. Y'all have been tricked into believing that y'all actually got power. Okay? Y'all have been tricked to believe that power is all you need. Not y'all collective. I'm talking to the energy. Okay? They have been tricked into believing that they motherfucking only thing they need is to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Do a little shamalama ding dong. Yep. Witchy sister. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I don't know. This is all I'm saying. I don't know exactly who that is, but you may know. Okay. If you know who that is, then I tell you what, these people are going to have hell to pay. They're going to have hell to pay. Gains, increases, and level up. Okay. I said they're going to have hell to pay. Okay. They're about to increase inhalation. They're about to be surrounded by the very chaos that they sent. It is surrounded by chaos. You know, it's one thing when your life ain't going really well because you just going through and shit. It's another thing when your life ain't going well because you've been a shitty person and been messing around with spirits and doing things in the spirit you ain't had no business. And that spiritual whooping is a lot more, intense than just learning curves and shit and lessons. When you are on the wrong side of the divine, that's not where you want to be. I'm just gonna say, I don't know. I ain't never been on there, but I'm assuming it's not where you want to be. You know what I mean? I mean, somebody ancestors spirit is saying, don't even fuck with them no more. Somebody ancestors don't even fuck with them no more. Like somebody may be actually doing spell work and manifestations and stuff like that, and they're trying to get their ancestors to come in, their spirit team to come in, and they're not showing up for them. I can't make it up. Rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What's the point of having a code if you can't get in touch with the spirits? At that point, you're just a pack of holes. You're just you're just a pack of trash talking giblets. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you can't get in touch with the spirits, what kind of coven do you really have if you can't get in touch with the spirits? I mean, y'all might as well just go home and stop sitting up together in the house, you know what I'm saying, and frying chicken wings and stuff and chatting and drinking probably something cheap because probably got, I don't know, four locos is drinking is sitting up in the house drinking four locos, you know, with each other. Lighting candles and chanting and stuff. Drunk as skunks. Your coven ain't coven, okay? Your coven ain't coven. You can't get in touch with the spirits, your ancestors. Nobody is coming to your beck and aid or your call, okay? I don't know. Just a pack of giblets at this point, you know? The giblets, the part of the turkey when you cooking the turkey and you got to go in there in the in the ass part and get them giblets out of there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I was just trying to get you to understand what becomes of a coven when they can't get in touch with the spirits. They become a pack of giblets, like in the turkey's ass. Yeah, lack, poverty, scarcity, Sagittarius. Okay, you know, you know. I mean, Four Locos. Hey, not top shelf, not at all, but it'll get you there. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is at this point, when the coven can't get in touch with the spirits, I don't know. I don't know why they choose to do these things, why they want to play with these spirits. They do not really believe in these spirits. They have no respect for these spirits. And now these spirits have no respect for them. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. Role model. Yeah. And I saw the copycat card and I ain't take it out. But these people want to beat you. The people want to be you. Shut up. Honey, hush, darling. You could never. You could never. Oh, oh, okay. Fraud is here. Runner, avoidant, escape, identity, check, tax. You're running some kind of scam on top of that. Lord have mercy. Lord, who is this? What is this? Checks, running checks and shit. Lord. Oh. Well, I don't know. If that's the kind of life you want to live, honey, spiritual gift. Oh, they think something about you, something about me, something about somebody in the collective is fraudulent. Well, oh my God. Oh, let me say this. Okay. This is all I want to say about this because I do not make it a habit of trying to prove my authenticity. Okay. I do not do that. Okay. It is dishonorable to my spirit team to try to prove their power. We don't do that. We don't do that. But I will say this. I am not the one sitting out here with flies in things, you know, you know. I am not the one. I mean, that's a four loco in his hand. You can believe that. You can believe that that is a four loco. He is holding there in his hand a four loco. These people are just poisonous, okay? Poisonous. You drink the four loco to do the energy work. You. And then you have sex with each other. You are doing sex magic. Oh, oh. This is a group of women, a group of men who mix the toxins and the things that they are into with the sex magic. They are doing the sex magic. I can almost smell that room. I can almost smell it. Don't smell good. Yep. Don't smell good at all. That's a stank room. That's a funky room. I'm telling you. It's a funky room because I'm pretty sure there's some other stuff going on besides four locals. Guarded, safe, secure. Oh, they think they're getting away with things behind closed doors. Your protection. Your protection. Oh, they think they are safe behind closed doors. But your protection, you are victorious. Okay? You are victorious. These people are possibly doing sex magic and all of these other things because they want to emotionally manipulate you. They want to manipulate your emotions and do come to me lover spells and things of that nature. So low vibrational. They've been warned. They have been, I'm just saying. I mean, you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Mm. There's an angelic being on somebody's behalf, a masculine angelic being, okay, that you may work with, that you may know exactly who this is. All right, there's an angelic being that's about to bring a lot of guilt and remorse and regret to this coven here. This, this coven. This coven that can't even get in touch with these spirits. You're just drinking and smoking and hunching and doing nothing at all. You're not moving anything. It is an illusion here on your part. that you are actually interfering with someone who is out here divinely protected. That you can bind this divine being with your local and your drinking and your smoking and your screwing, and you can just bind someone. You cannot bind this divine being. This divine being is too powerful for you because you can't even get in touch with these spirits. I'm gonna keep harping on that because I find that comical. You're a whole coven and can't get in touch with your own ancestors. Make it make sense. You make that make sense. You'd have more success. Uh, all three of y'all, 4, 5, however many it is in the little coven. You have more success just going off and joining the Girl Scouts at this point. You shit. You you would have more success joining the Girl Scouts with your grown asses. I don't know. People just don't think about the things that they do. And I do not understand why. But it is proven that the collective is divinely protected. Okay. It is being constantly proven to these people that they cannot impact your monies. They cannot impact your rebirth, your upgrade. You are showing up as a role model here for someone. You are showing these people what it means to be spiritual, not witchy. It's not the same thing. You are showing a coven, a cult, or whoever, a group of people. Could be family. hmm Keeping up appearances. That ties here. The family don't be acting right either. They don't. They don't. Luckily, when it comes to the spirit team, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. You understand what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is, girl, fight. They are fighting now. Or they want to fight someone in the collective. They want to fight with you. They are jealous of you. What is this fighting here? What is this here? Love triangle. They are definitely doing some salacious things here. They are fighting. What are they fighting about with this love triangle, this hidden emotional entanglement? Oh, you moved on from somebody. You moved on. Mm. And they are mad with you. They are jealous because you moved on. They are still holding to your energy. They are wanting you back, but you are not coming back. You are moving in silence. Divination abuser. They are getting readings. They are getting readings on you, are doing readings. Want you back. I just said they want you back. I did. But maybe you have rejected them. You did. You rejected them, or you are rejecting them. You are moving on. So they sit there with their friends, drinking four locals, burning candles, chanting, and playing with each other's pocketbooks. Yo, playing in each other's pocketbooks. All to manifest you back. All to be problematic to you. This is weird shit here. This is weird. And you over here, and somebody in the collective is over here like, child, honey, my money is not looking funny. Okay, boo, I'm healing over here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm healing over here. All is well over here. I'm transforming over here. I'm rebirthing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you over here, like, bro, I went through a little something, but you know, I'm good. I ain't going back over there fucking with them, though. You know, you over here minding your business, literally the business that pays you, which is why your money look good. You feel me? What I'm saying? Like you minding the business that pays you. Silent resentment, bad reputation, and shit. This is 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. They want to be you. They want to expose something. I don't know, man. These people need to go, I mean, I guess they got a love enough going on. They don't really need to go do anything besides just leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the real story, the true story, you unfazed. They was not expecting you to be unfazed, to be unbothered. Yeah, I don't know. Could be family, y'all. But I don't know that if your family out there, in the COVID where they sitting up Indian style and stuff, butt naked and drinking Four Locos and smoking blunts. Um, I mean, I'm not here to judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna judge nobody. You know, but yeah, yeah, pretty much. Retirement goals. You working on retirement. You are setting boundaries. Yeah, you've been doing your shadow work, setting boundaries, luxury life. Let me pull from this deck real quick. Let me pull from this deck real quick, Spirit. What's going on? You just, you know what I mean? You left somebody on red. What's going on? Hold on, hold on, hold on. What is this here? What is this here? You bring me. What is this? Let me go back. Give me 1 second, collect. Mm, I guess I can listen to that. All right, bet. All right, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They're doing mirror magic of some sort to try to break a cycle here. Okay, I told you they had a mirror and everything, candles and everything, and red flags, something during the ceremony. Okay, during the ceremony, something may have went wrong when they tried to do it. Oh, that was the warning. Oh, spirit they said that they received some sort of a warning. Okay, I don't know. Could have been the mirror cracked, the glass cracked, something in this ceremony or whatever this is that they've been trying to do with this full moon. Something showed up in the room, in the space as a red flag, a warning sign, a warning that something was wrong for them to be doing. Mm, I don't know. Maybe the flame went crazy on the candle and stuff. The flame got out of hand and then started doing weird and started popping and shit. And they probably should have put it out, but I don't know what they did. Self-made. That's landed over here with you and this money bag. Yeah. See, your energy so is so abundant, right? Your energy so abundant that you can't help but be making the money, honey. The money is chasing you. The money is hunting you down. Okay. The money is like, how can I get to the collective? This is you like, shit. You straight. Independent success, overcoming odds, creating your own path, built from nothing. That's why you left on people on red because you over here doing what you got to do, working, enjoying it, manifesting, creating. You ain't got time for all that talking and carrying on. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to talk about. You don't want to talk to nobody about nothing. Can't make it up. Self-care Sunday. Every day is a self-care Sunday, if you ask me. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Spiritual wake-up call behind the mask. Yeah, because you answered the call. You answered the call to wake up. You answered the call to look behind things, to see what's really going on. And you notice that these people are catfishy as hell. It's something phony about them. It's something fake about them. They want to be you. Hopeless romantic, believing in fairy tales, idealizing love, constantly waiting, forever dreaming. What's that about? A nice little vibe right there, that song. Divine timing. Oh, well, what is this? Is this what they think the collective is doing? Holding on to them like a hopeless romantic? Talking about some divine timing? Or is this what they feel towards the collective? Child, listen, I think that's the energy they wanted to have you in, or they think you're in. But when I split the deck, this is what I got. Like, glowed up, okay? Luxury life, honey. That's not for Loco and her cup. I can promise you that. Okay, it's not for Loco, right? That's a little nice little Sauvignon. You know what I mean? However you say that shit. Little Merlot. You know, they want you out here holding on to the idea. Bag secured. I love this for you, collective. I love this for us. Yes, honey. So somebody is getting to see another side of you that they didn't know was there. Okay. Because maybe you, like me, all right, you are very nurturing, very kind, very loving. Maybe you don't hold back. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a need to. Maybe you were very transparent about your feelings with this person and they thought that they could just sit you on ice and you would stay there. But you're showing them that you got me pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I am not gonna just be waiting. Okay. Because I can do bad all by myself. This is giving me I could do bad all by myself. That's what this is giving me. But actually, you ain't even doing bad by yourself. And that's the kicker. You was doing bad messing around over here with these individuals or this person, but now you're not doing so bad. But somebody thought that by sitting you on ice, it would keep you waiting hopelessly, idolizing the idea of them coming back and y'all jumping on a unicorn and riding off into the rainbows with Skittles and shit falling out of the clouds. You like violin stuff playing and little bitty fairies floating around you. Like they wanted you to keep looking and seeing they shit like that. It was like, okay, let me just show you this other side real quick. Okay. Let me just show you this other side. Bye. 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 Mm. K May Sky 11. Just curious, can you see a mirror? Because I had a friend give me a beautiful mirror that just disappeared and no one wants to admit who took it. I don't see no mirror. What do you mean? Can I see a mirror? Are you asking me to pull on it? K May Sky, can yeah, you're asking me to pull on it? Girl, we've been up since right, Kiers Mail. We've been up since like morning. Yes. Okay, let me see. What's going on, Spirit Team, with K May Sky? She's asking about a mirror that's missing. I'm gonna just do this because I happened to look up at it and it caught my attention. So that means that uh, Spirit wants me to acknowledge that. Okay, let me see. Um, what's going on with Kay's mirror? K May's mirror, Spirit. Where her mirror at? Unask her mirror. Whoever got her mirror, give it back. For real. Did they steal it? Revenge? Was it a grandparent? Was it a parent like a because I got grandparent showed up that gave it to you? Because it might be jealousy. I'm trying to still figure out which deck I want to use to answer the question to see. I'm gonna just use this one. I probably should use tarot. Let's see what comes out in this one, K May. What happened with K May Sky's mirror? A revelation. The veils are parting and hidden truths are ready to be revealed. This revelation may challenge your current perceptions, but it will ultimately empower you to act from a place of truth. Revelation. Okay, tell me more. What happened with her mirror that she was gifted? Spiritual path. Power struggle. Karmic ties. Somebody's trying to was I mean, because I got leveling up. You are not who you once were. I don't like that. I don't like that energy. Let me get something else. Let's get something else. I don't like that. Something's being revealed to you by the missing mirror, though, or somebody's trying to reveal something to you. There could be some resentment. Like, I don't know. They took it because they resent you. They resent that you're on your spiritual path. This could also, I don't know if you work with ancestors. I literally have ancestors or spirit team, part of my spirit team that will hide things from me from time to time. Okay. Now, that sounds odd maybe to some, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I think they be thinking it's funny. Okay. And it don't be funny, especially when they hide your car keys from you or something you need. But this is kind of giving me like, it may have to do with the intention of the person who gave it to you. Don't know who that was. Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody around you don't really care for your choice to heal from something, or they feel like you shouldn't have received it. I don't know if it was heirloom. They thought they would hurt you by taking it away from you. They wanted to cause you some sort of hurt by taking it away from you. A King of Cups is showing up here with a Queen of Pentacles. And what I'm noticing in this deck is how she's looking up at the pentacle like it's a mirror. What's this King of Cups? A spirit. Page of Cups. Oh no, K May. It feels like I don't know if someone physically took it or if you're dealing with like a spiritual phenomenon surrounding that mirror. Okay. So if you don't find it, it's kind of like the idea of when you're wearing a piece of like a piece of jewelry, like for instance, well, not something like this, but like I mean, it really could be something like this. It could be anything, but you know, they say like when if it pops or if it breaks, that is indication that you're no longer supposed to be wearing it, or there's a reason not to wear it. So this kind of gives me that. There could be more spiritual something going on with that mirror than maybe you know. And this just landed on the spiritual path. This card popped out and landed on that card. And to me, that's confirmation that there's something spiritual about that mirror and it's missing, and you're going to find it. You're going to find it at a time when you're going to need it. Okay? You're going to find it at a time when you're going to need it. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm just channeling at this point. Okay. So take it how it resonates or how it reverberates. Come back and let me know if you find it though. I'd love to know. Y'all, I have enjoyed our rising together. I have. What time is it? It's 7:04 in the morning. Yes, honey. This has been fun. We have to do this more often. I hope everybody has a prosperous and abundant day. Okay. Don't worry about this drunk Coven and none of this shit here. They just drunk as skunks. Probably just, scratching their head and their ass, wondering why things aren't going their way. But it's okay because things are going beautifully for you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Friday. Is it Friday? Yes, it's Friday, Yolanda. All right. I'm gonna do some videos, post some videos up for you guys, and work on some personal readings that I have. And I'm going to enjoy my day, y'all. I love you guys. I will see y'all maybe tomorrow morning. Appreciate. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. I love you, fam. I really do. I appreciate y'all support and fellowshipping with me and just letting me pop my shit for a little while, and we enjoy some laughs together. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Peace, fam. Peace. Have a good day.